Hey squad. So I am at the thrift store. It is 2 days before Halloween, and I would say that my Halloween preparations this year, as far as like costumes, are probably the most last minute they've ever been. Like, I've had at least somewhat of a plan each year as far as what I was going to do, and this year I sort of like threw some ideas out to Abram, like, you want to be this, you want to be this, and he decided he wanted to be a stormtrooper. Well, I am kicking myself. You know, if you've been to yard sales before and you passed on something that you should have picked up, that you just like kick yourself. So before we decided he was going to be a stormtrooper, I found a stormtrooper mask at a yard sale, and I'm sure I probably could have picked it up for like 50 cents. Also, I have no idea what I want Andy to be. So I'm at the thrift store by myself. These are my goals for the costumes. I want to try to spend less than $10 on the stormtrooper costume outfit setup. I want to try my hardest to get my things at the thrift store and Dollar Tree, and then if I have to, I will go to Walmart, but I'm trying to come up with a costume from those places, and like I said, stay under $10, and then hopefully I'll come up with some sort of idea as to what I want Andy to be. I'm not super worried about it, but I do want him to feel like it's special and that it's fun and that he has a costume. So we'll see what I come up with. All right, so I am back home now. I have some soup going on the stove. I taught a couple of music lessons, and so now I am just getting some dinner ready. I've got some chicken thawing in the sink in a bowl of water. And the soup that I'm making, I'll link it down below. It is Spend with Penny's chicken and rice soup. So basically it's chicken and noodle soup, but you just substitute brown rice. I use instant brown rice because I can't get brown rice to get soft like ever. Like, even if I cook it for an hour, it's like still super crunchy. So I like this recipe because it's simple. I really don't care to make things often, like on a regular basis, that have multiple steps where I have to dirty multiple bowls. I like one dish things, one pan things, or, you know, just very minimal. And that's what this is, but it still has tons of flavor. So yeah, I'm going to make that, and then I also want to show you the things that I picked up to work on this costume. So I am just prepping the vegetables right now. I've got some chopped onion that I took out of the freezer, and then I also chopped up some carrot and some celery. So I'm going to toss that in with the oil, and then I'll start making the soup. This particular soup calls for 5 cups of chicken broth. This box only contains 4 cups. Rather than open up another can or box of chicken broth, I decided to just rinse out the container with water and fill up my last cup with that. You never know the difference, and that way I'm not ending up wasting any leftover chicken broth. So soup is on the stove, and I wanted to show you the things that I picked up to try to make this costume happen. So I gave myself a $10 budget, and I used just about every bit of that. So let me show you what I found. All right, so the table is a bit of a mess, so that's gonna have to be dealt with. And there's quite a few things in the kitchen that need to be dealt with too. So hoping that I get a chance to do that this evening, and then I have to clean up from making the recipe. This is just real life. But here are the things that I found. So I went first to the thrift store. I found this little turtleneck, and I'm going to look at the stormtrooper costume. I don't know if it would be better to leave the turtleneck or to, you know, potentially fold it up like this, or if I decide I can just, you know, snip right here with my fabric scissors and just cut that part off and make it a long sleeve shirt. But I'm going to use this. And that's the only thing I got at the thrift store. I paid $1 for that. Then I went to Dollar Tree and I was pleased to find both of these. So to work with those, I also got this at Dollar Tree. And then when I went to Walmart, I got this to use like on the outside of the mask. So we've got $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 so far. And then I was looking for a pair of white pants, which honestly are very hard to find. So I found these, and I mean, they're not perfect, you know, but I think if he has this and it, you know, if I do a little something to the shirt and then he has a mask, you know, it's going to look very DIY. He's probably not going to care. And to be honest, I think that it's a really good lesson in contentment. You know, like I saw costumes that I could have spent more money on, but I just decided that that wasn't for us. And I prefer to use what we have. I also like the fact that I'm not really going to be like doing anything to these pants, so he can actually wear these as, you know, just play pants, and it's good to have an extra pair of soft sweatpants. So those were $4.50. So like I said, I used every bit of my $10 budget. So I am going to look up some pictures of what the mask looks like and see if I can kind of get those details to come out. Maybe one of these masks will work well enough. We'll see. Also, I wanted to show you how proud I am of Abram. We are just starting to work on writing his name, and so I wrote this up at the top today during our like preschool time. We talked about the letters, and then we did kind of connect the dots, tracing of the letters, and he did both of these by himself, which I just think is really great. So I was super proud of him for doing that. I definitely wanted to document that just for future. And I think I have mentioned before that like I haven't been the most disciplined at doing his preschool time, and I'm really trying to get back into it. And today I just felt like it added something to my day, because that was extra time for us to bond. But it also, like, I think as you start teaching things, you start to learn more things. Today we had like residual wind and rain from a hurricane coming through, and so I guess it would be like a tropical depression now, but we used that as an opportunity to talk about hurricanes, and we looked up a video to teach him about it. Just a really cool opportunity to add education into what's already happening around us anyway. So I really enjoyed that, and I plan to continue kind of like doing the curriculum that we have, but then also adding in like how that might incorporate into our day, or how we can incorporate the weather or current events or whatever into our curriculum. So that was cool. So obviously the shapes are different. So I'm just going to do my best to outline what the shape should be and then cut it out. I found this little simple drawing of it, and so that's what I'm going to go off of. I really wish that I could have found felt, because I saw some felt tutorials, but we don't have a store near us that had felt. I was hoping that I'd find it at Hobby Lobby or at Dollar Tree, but I didn't. So we'll see. So it is the next day. It's the day before Halloween now. I put another coat of paint on Abram's costume during nap time, and I think that his costume is coming along really well. I ended up deciding that I think I'm just gonna let Andy be a cat. So she has a faux fur vest that she already had that I thrifted for her earlier this year. And then I found some cat ears for her at Walmart, and she already has black leggings. So I think I'm just gonna pair that with a shirt. I don't think she has a black shirt, but I'll figure out something as far as her shirt. And then maybe use a little bit of like black eyeliner to put some whiskers and a nose on her and just call it done. And I think it'll be really cute. And then like put her boots with it too. So I'm just going to leave you guys with some little fall and Halloween touches, getting ready for the weekend that is to come. I hope you guys have a wonderful Halloween, and I will be talking to you soon.
Stormtrooper costume.
You are?
Yeah. Oh, is that the cannon?
This is the Lumix.
And where's the cannon?
I think it's in the closet. Alright, can you spin around so I can see the back? Cool, now spin back around. Nice job. Give me a thumbs up.